It is time for our King of Games climb and Duel Links Rush, going over the brand new 7th Road ACCEL deck, or the Master ACCEL Road deck, sorry. The new structure, of course, came out, the box released, and it has been a few days now, and the reason why it's been a few days is because I was struggling to find my second and third copies of the Strange Witch. Just straight up. Now, in terms of opening hand, do I like it? We can make a CHARMY Witch. It doesn't do anything on turn 1. It's a big body, sure, but it doesn't really do all that much, so I think I'm going to set these face down. We're going to keep a witch in hand. It does suck that two of our Strange Witches are face down, right? That is really, really bad, given that we do want to see that 7th CHARMY Witch at some point. So that is bad. We just faced an opponent, right, in a mirror match that went Pot of Greed into Ghost Cyclone, into Ghost Cyclone, into 40k combo. They can be a complete shit so sometimes, right? Especially with skills. But this is of course our first real kind of games on, playing post the Gohar Rush Duel trial, which means that we should be facing players that are actually playing and investing in Rush Duel, so they should be a little bit better. Going for the 7th Road Witch. Now, they've got everything they need, right? Because they discarded to the graveyard a Whiz. So they've got Fusion. They could have gone for a 7th Road Magician as well, which to me means that you've got a good back row in your hand as well. Because otherwise, you probably would have gone for that, I feel like, right? Milling, you're playing the other, okay, you're playing that one, that's annoying for us, right? It's annoying that you've got a straight 28 damage, but we have got access to our Strange Cat still. So that's really big. And there's our second one. So we can go and flip Strange Witch and just see if this procs the thing. It doesn't, okay, that's fine. Oh, I thought we'd back real face down. That's kind of annoying. So let's go play our skill. We'll go and reveal the Witch, right? And we'll go and add to our hand a Magician. And do I want anything else, right? This is, okay, that's that. That is a Witch plus a Fusion. And that's Roadstar in particular. So, another Fusion, right? Just to make it seem like we've not got that great of a hand. Now, that's probably the way to go, right? To make him think this back row is not a Fusion. So, let's go Strange Witch, bring back out the 7th Road Witch, and ooh, you've got Compulsory. Or you've got the Riding. I believe Riding also triggers on. Yeah, so it could be Compulsory, could be Riding. Let's play Witch. Send to the graveyard the Sorcerer in for 7th Road Magician. It's really rough, right? It's really rough here. So let's go yeah, let's play Fusion and go for the CHARMY Witch, right? That should give us some nice leeway, I think. Probably, maybe, I don't know. We've both got Prismatic CHARMY Witches. It's Compulsory. That is fine. I think that's fine. Because we can make another one. Let's go Strange Witch. Let's go Valkyria. Let's go into 7th Road Witch number 2. And go for another CHARMY Witch. Why not? Just do it again. Right, just do it again. So, let's go again for our full Prismatic 7th Road CHARMY Witch. And here we could go for... of course, we're going to go for the mill here to go and pure defense mode, deal piercing, 7th Road, get a mill, gain attack, that's fine. Swing in, deal 14 or deal 12, swing in, deal 33. It's a real back and forward, right? Because we know in the hand right now is 7th Road Magician. Go and get 2 cards. They've got a Witch as well. So they've got, they've got a combo if they want it. I've not seen a Strange Witch yet, but you're adding literally everything and sending Magician. So you've got a second Magician. Yeah, you're going for Master, right? If you're doing this, or you're going for the same combo again, right? Or you're going CHARMY Witch plus 7th Road, and we're just going back and forward on this. That could be what's happening, right? So, gaining attack, playing a Fusion, going for the brand new animation, Master of the 7th Road coming down, of course, looking very, very snazzy in his animation. I think we're also getting one for the new Utopia Victory when that drops in a few days' time, so that'll be cool. But let's see. Let's see how this goes. 4200, straight to the battle phase. Oh, can we beat this is the question. Ultimate Witch here doesn't really do much. Paladin, in theory, could get us there, I think. So I think we have to go for Paladin. Let's play our skill. We'll go and reveal Sevens Road Witch, why not, right? And we'll add a Poly, and we'll add a Road Boy. I think here we discard the Riding. Go for the Roadstar. We'll go for a Mill just to try and pop another name in the graveyard. That's unfortunate. In for Fusion. We could have gone for a bloody Master Sevens Road as well. Of our own. And just crashed and then won that way. Thinking about it. So gonna be annoying. What do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got a Summon Air Sorcerer now. Go for this. And I think we have it. I think maths-wise this has it. Mill, 49. Activate the effect. Discarding compulsory. Go for Sevens Road. We could have just gone for a Sevens Road Master, right? And then gone for the crash. But no, we risked it. And the risk paid off. Swinging in. Sevens Road Magician to the game. And let's go on to game number 2. And we've got a Zuwijo. Okay, so I faced some of him earlier today. And it was an explosion, right? If they get that Dark Hole out and they nuke the board with the Apocalypse, then they've basically won on that turn. Assuming you've got no back row. And at the moment, we're not seeing that good back row. We have seen access to so many fusions, right? If we want CHARMY Witch, we've got it. If we want Sevens Paladin, we've got it. Now, do we have anything that gives us protection? So, the Ultimate Witch does no protection. The Master Sevens Road does no protection. And CHARMY Witch does have protection, but that's only in our turn. Ooh, going for the Voidvelg Black Dwarf is interesting. Bringing back out the Voidvelg, or Dimension Azov, sorry, from the graveyard. And probably going, okay. Reveal Sevens Road. Let's go and add this, and Sevens Road Witch. And I think here, we go and discard a Sevens Road Magician. Because it does give us some protection. No, you're meant to discard the Sevens Road Witch. That's what you're supposed to do. Right, not the other way around. You've just really lost down some value there. Just straight up, right? So let's go discard you, and we could have kept some cards, right? That is a classic Brad blunder, just straight up. But anyway, let's go for the CHARMY Witch and hope that this isn't too devastating for us, right? So we want piercing. We don't really care, right, about what this is in theory. We do. Oh, we cared. We so cared. We cared all the way to the moon and back. Because we can go swing in for 3,000 and then swing in for 28. And this puts you on 200. 200 life points left. Black Dwarf is useless on your turn. And so now, I think the only way you game me here is by going for that Dark Hole device, right? If you send Dark Hole device, you play it, you summon out your Apocalypse, you nuke the board. It is a bit weird that Apocalypse is the one you summon with Dark Prophet plus your Vanilla Voidvelg, right? It's not like a little bit hard to get into. It is like the easiest one to see, technically. That's really, really weird, but you're going to, of course, be adding back the Fusion, returning these cards back to the deck. Is there going to be a Pale Rider coming down? Dark Hole device. It was obvious. Oh, this I think is fair, right? This, like, you getting this this Dark Hole playoff, right? Having to use your entire board to get around it, and now this back row here, right, being the one thing that could stop me is Riding, right? So what we'll need to see is a back removal, and we need to see a big body. And unfortunately, we've not seen that. We've not seen it. However, we have actually seen a really solid play here. So let's go Sevens Road, or Strange Witch, sorry. That's really cool. Sure, let's bring back out the CHARMY Witch and add back the Fusion, right? Because we can now go for, I believe, no, we've got to go in for the, okay, we've got to go in for the Sevens Road Witch first of all, but we can get around this, right? We kind of guarantee this play goes off, right? So we're going to go and add to our hand Sevens Road Magician and a Roadstar from the deck, right? Or do we go for... yeah. Okay. Doesn't matter. He's scooping onto game number 3. That was fine. Show me a Light Galaxy play. That'd be really cool. If we could get all of the new decks, that'd be great. But let's see. Gold 1, it is Udius. Konami hearing my prayers. Okay, like if we can see a Worm deck and a Cyburst deck, that'd be cool. You know, if we see all of them in this COD climb, that would be fantastic. Got the Trans Am Linux sleeves and the Galaxy Arts playmat. We've opened again any fusion we want, which is really, really good. Sending 1, sending 2, sending a back row. We're not going to mess up the Charm Witch play, right? We're not going to do that. So let's reveal the Witch. Let's go and add a fusion, and I think we want an extra discard. So yeah, let's go Roadstar, and then discard the Witch, because we can summon into the Strange Witch to bring back out the Sevens Road Witch. We can play the Witch, discarding this to summon into Sevens Road Magician. Now, we can make 2 fusions here, which is really, really funny. So let's go for Sevens Charmy Witch first of all. 1 and 2, in for you. Now, if this back row is nothing, it could be negate attack, right? It could be negate attack. So let's mill, and what do we got? Okay, that's fine. So we can then go mill again, so I want more names. Summon the Roadstar, play our second fusion, and go for the Sevens Paladin. And here, we could go for the Shuffle 1 to draw 1, which I think actually might be better, because this is only going to gain, what? 1, 2, I guess 3, 4, I guess 4. That's going to become pretty big. Let's go and mill. Let's go gambling. We'll go mill. We'll swing in with this and just see what happens. Negate attack. We probably should have gone for that back row. No, Buffered Slime. So we attacked in with the wrong fusion first. However, they did mill compulsory. So that's 2 good back row they've now lost. I completely forgot the Buffered Slime was even in the game, and I even forgot the Charmy Witch is level 8, not level 9. So if we went for this first of all, we would have done some big damage. The new skill, giving you Secret Order, is really big. It does mean you can beat over any of my bodies. There's your Eve, there's your fusion spell, and the cool thing like Galaxy is that all of their materials are basically just like one body plus a bunch of light materials, so you only really need to see one of your actual cards to make this deck work. In for the Fuse Eve. Fuse Eve going to be bringing out from the graveyard an Oblivion. Okay, that's pretty big. If you, I mean, you can obviously make the fusion here, right? You can obviously go for the big fusion play, right? Like, I imagine what you do is you summon something else out, you go for the big Oblivion, you return cards back to the deck, gain attack points. You then play Secret Order, and you bring back out the Oblivion from your graveyard, and then you go for big damage and try and kill. And it does seem like that's going to happen. Now, the one issue I think I've had with this Russell release is that we've got Oblivion coming out, and I think Oblivion, like this new fusion, is missing some of its charm, right? When it comes out, it's just like an exclamation mark. And also, Charmy Witch is a Yumu card, but there's no voice lines, and she can't even use the skill. So it feels really bad. But that's a really big board. So Oblivion is going to be able to gain a lot of attack points and, you know, clear my board. Now, those 2 back row. We know he's lost Compulsory and Buffered Slime. The things we're kind of worried about is going to be the new one, the Executed Riding, right? And if you're playing it, the Rice Terrace, but it's probably Riding, given that you can play the skill to get your Secret Order. We play Witch, bring back out the Charmy Witch, and add back Fusion. And from here, Rice Terrace Crisis. So that's really big. We'll then go reveal this and go and grab Sevens Road from our deck and a Witch, right? It is really just clearing this Oblivion that's the important thing. So really all we need is the 7th row Magician. Yeah, so you summon this off those two, summon the Swordsman, and then these are all lights. So that's going to be more, yeah, okay. So let's grab these two. Why not, right? I'm blanking. Right, we got Witch, discarding Roadstar, in for 7th row Magician. I've just done the one I said I wasn't going to do. I'm actually an idiot. You know, I was like, oh, I'm going to go and do the Paladin. But no, I guess we're doing Marshal 7th Road. Right, we're just doing the new boy, who's going to get pretty big, right? 42 is pretty cool. We have 2 backrow spaces open, that's fine. We can swing in, clear this Oblivion, and yeah. That's hopefully going to be good enough. Fingers crossed. Universal Storm is massive on Rice Terrace. The fact you've not played this next one means you haven't got access to a second back removal. Because you can go for the ship, right? If you go for the ship, Extra Explorer, then you can pull back row. There's Eve. This goes into a fusion play. There's Extra Explorer. This gets you fusion access, which means that when you summon this thing here, because you are going to hit this back row with the fusion, we then just trigger this, and then hopefully that's like surviving a turn. So here's Riding. Bring it back to the Master of Seven's Road, and going for 1. I do not like this new thing here. So you can make another Oblivion, right? You can make the big Oblivion fusion, but you can't clear all 3. That's the big thing here, is you can't clear everything. Oblivion is going to do its usual thing of shuffling 5 back, then milling, and then gaining attack. And that's a lot of attack. And then milling 2 more means 59 is pretty massive. It doesn't game end, but it does mean that it's a little bit rough for us. We can go flip up the CHARMY Witch, right? This is 25, this does piercing damage, it kills this. It's the rough thing about this, right? So this needs Magician plus Roadstar. We've got to use up a lot of materials in our hand, right? Just straight up, right? It's going to be a tough one to kind of deal with. So let's go ACCEL Road, reveal this, add back Fusion, and this. Previous defense mode, sure. We could then go for like a 7th road play here by using the Sorcerer. I don't think that matters at the moment. Like, it's not going to get big enough. So I think we set another one, set 1, set 2, and then we just go in and swing into this and forget that we didn't, complete and utterly misplay there. Or not even misplay, like we just read it wrong, because we wouldn't have had the material access anyway. There's Storm on the Riding, which is the one I really didn't want to be hit. If you go for a big card, we hit it. All of your good back row seems to be gone. Doesn't look like you're playing Riding, but then you've gone into the box like twice, so... Oh, you're playing... Oh, that looks awful. Sepia Galaxy Oblivion looks absolutely dreadful. This doesn't really do much at the moment, right? How far do you let them get? Because, like, Eve by itself does nothing. Transam Klein does nothing. Right, these all do nothing. So, like, you go and make... you can't clear a board off this alone. Right? This goes for Fuse Eve, and Fuse Eve again doesn't clear this board. Do you go for Oblivion number 3? Like, is that the game plan here? Is Oblivion the 3rd? Or if you've got, like... No, you're just going for that one. Okay. Okay. That makes things way more interesting. So, we can now reveal this. Right, now we're not going to mess up. Right, now we're going to go for a Witch and for a 7th Road Magician. And we can then send to the graveyard a 7th Road Sorcerer. What we can do is bounce one of their guys back. I forgot. Compulsory's the fucking goat, man. Let's go 7th Road Magician. We can then go and play Compulsory face down to go and bounce back to the hand, and Oblivion will then go and play the 7th Road CHARMY Witch, milling 1. It's going to put you in defense mode, give me piercing, sure. We'll play Magician, going to gain some attack points, and then from here, that is just a little bit of lethal, right? Swing in, and then swing in once again with the Witch. Okay, we pulled it back. Right at the end, we pulled it back. let's go on to game 4. Close game. Keep forgetting that you can do that, and obviously in Speed Duel, you can just play whenever you want. But in Rush Duel, it's only a monster summon or a spell effect. Game 4. Surely at this point, Konami won't give us a absolute dog water of a hand, and our opponent the most banger opening of all time. But of course, we're back to usual Rush Duel of just taking a while to find games. Show me Worms. That'd be cool, right? If we can get, again, Worms and Cyburst for the last 2. Gonna guess. Oh, Pyro. No, Archive. Okay, Archive skill in Rush Duel. Cyber Dragon. That's my go-to. What else in Archive in Rush Duel? Harpies. Blue Eyes. Okay. And yeah, good hand, good hand. So, let's here just send a Witch to the graveyard, that's fine. I will go for the Swordsman of Roadstar. It's gonna hurt here if Compulsory shows up. So, let's go snipe this out. Oh, it is the big OTK card. I forgot this did this. So, let's go Compulsory. Whatever we're doing, we're actually losing a part of our hand here. That's kind of annoying. We'll just buff up the graveyard for the moment, sending a image of that's fine as well. Yeah, if we're going to lose this, it's going to be me misplaying rather than me thinking, because I should have just taken this turn way different. Right, I should have been go and grab 2 of the swordsmans and then done some stuff with that, right? Here's Ember, and there's another Ember. This only works on effect monsters. Going for the Noodle Ninja dude, I don't think that's worth doing now. I think we save it for the future, because we can always, return this stuff. And now you've told us where your face down is, so if we summon Charmy Witch, then we're in a great spot. Oh, but okay, you know the game plan. Okay, so we could go play our skill first of all, which might be worthwhile, because that would give us access to more stuff in theory, right? But I think we'll go Polygraph first of all, and we'll just go and add back a Fusion and the Witch, right? A Fusion and the Witch from our graveyard, and we'll send to the graveyard this Lux Slayer, right? This Lily Slayer. We'll send this, because this should be perfectly fine for the moment. Now, the issue is we are going to be, filling a spot that would have been used by the back row. So, do I want to go for this big fusion play? Do I go for this March of the Sevens Road right now? Or do I save it for later? And I think the answer is saving it for later. Even though it's big, it's not like big, right? Milling a cat's not good. Milling a Sevens Road is perfectly fine. We'll set you, and bait out a gate attack. Okay, right. That's good. We know there's no bouncing back, right? That's fantastic. The only issue is Noodles are known to be able to buff up their deck quite a bit, right? Buff up their board, give them all big attack points. Especially when you have 2 of them. This does become a bit worrying, but it's not as crazy. Do you remember when this was before, right? When these guys would get so big? I jinxed it. Why did I go down? I'd have had the board space. That's on me. So yeah, no king games today. Let's do one more. Let's round off on 5 and just see what happens, right? Yeah, that's the one thing of riding, right? Is that riding requires a space on your board, and so you've got these situations where you feel like you need to commit into a bigger board, right? Especially in a deck like that, where they can bring some really big bodies out. Mirror match to end things off. This should be good. Right, this should be good. Ali 42170. Let's see. Going first. We've of course had a big 10+ win streak getting up here, and now that we're here, we're having a fun time. We like some back and forward and rush, right? It's not like the Worm King games was last season, which was stupidly easy. Right, that was comically easy. But this is a fine opener, right? It's just okay. If they go for a Charming Witch, right, then whatever they hit here is good, because it's decent attack stat. Obviously, does then give them piercing into a 0, which is not good, but this is fine. So there's Magical Stream. Hit the stream, that's okay. Sometimes Witch can be the correct bounce with Compulse, because you could wait right, for a big fusion play, or they could not do it, and they could just end on the board as is, right, if they know it's there. So I think sometimes Witch can be really, really solid. But let's see, discarding another dealer, which I'm not playing, but sending 1, 3 dealer. Okay, and it's a back row. It just took 500 years to decide to set it. But you are going to clear, right, so that's fair enough. You are going to do a full clear. We've got our starter. We just need literally anything else, and of course we see it. So compulsory is fine. Fusion, we have got master access, and we have technically got this one as well. We've got these 2 that we can go to. I guess another Sevens road for next turn. Right, we'll get the boss. We'll get the boss. We'll go and discard out a witch. Sure, why not? In for our own Sevens road magician. There's this. And then let's go fusion play. And probably get compulsed. But this should be fine. And I think I am going to go for the draw here. Rather than damage. I think I'll go for the draw. So let's play this. Go and shuffle back into the deck. Let's go for probably the Sorcerer, right? Because it'll help us in the future turn. Get a draw. Ooh! XQT Riding is really, really good. But Buffered Slime? Is that worth doing? Right, is trading 900 more damage worth it? I don't think it was. I think you should have kept it. Right, I think in that situation you just keep it. Interesting we're seeing more people on Buffered Slime. Which I guess if you know that this deck is around and that 7th row CHARMY which doesn't get around it, then it actually does make some sense. Going for the skill though, for the first time, are going to be getting the Roadstar, revealing them of course, getting access to the 7th row Magician, and a Fusion, and sending to the graveyard. If that face down is the cat, that's not going to be good. Okay, it was the cat, but it wasn't the cat I assumed it was, right? It's not the good cat, it's the bad cat. It's the vanilla. And there is the Swordsman of Roadstar. Right, okay, right. Go for Witch. That's fine. Play Fusion. Oh, it does. I forgot it makes CHARMY. But CHARMY also just is going to walk right into this compulsory. Right, I'm sorry, CHARMY Witch, but you're going straight to the extra deck. And now what? Right? Why would you not summon out the 7th row Magician that's in your hand? Have you played a Legends? You haven't played Legend Trap, right? That's one thing you've not done. So I get why, right? I am going to go for Big Boy 7's Fusion, right? Reveal this. Let's go and add to hand the 7's Magician. We'll play the effect of Witch. We'll go and discard this lovely 2 tribute in for the big old boy 7th row Magician. Ooh. Someone has their own XQT Riding face down. Someone's got it. That's telling me to, oh, they've got compulsory. That's a hold off now. Right. Okay, it's Riding. You bring back the Witch. But there's not much here. I could technically go for Ultimate Witch. And then bring back out the Fusion. Fuck it. You know? Fuck it. Let's try it. Right, let's try it. Let's go for Ultimate Witch. We've not summoned her yet today. You very rarely summon her, but she's really, really cool. Here is 7's Ultimate Witch. We play the effect of Ultimate Witch. We're going to return back to the deck their copy of Magical Stream. Why not? Give them back removal. And we're going to go and get access to Fusion. We could go for Pot of Greed. We're not going to. We're just going to go and make another big Fusion monster. Which is not going to be Master, of course. It's going to be this boy here, the 7's Paladin. But we can make him really big, right? Go and mill to gain attributes, 5,300 attack points, right? Level 10 swinging in, gonna go 53 to the face, ending on a real high. That is 7's Road Magician with a new Master ACCEL Road skill in Duel Links. It is really, really fun, of course. Can get in games if you don't face a Pyro deck on your way and you call their move and they completely own you. That was a lot of fun. Of course, there'll be more content coming from the brand new Rush box. Gonna want to play Galaxy, both versions like Galaxy Dark Galaxy. There might not be dragons because I could only get 2 copies of the cards from the box. They're still in my 3rd box rotation, right? Both for the dragon support. And I don't know if I really want to go into them. But overall, right, Rush Duel, has changed a lot with these new fusions. The game is way more fast. This feels like another Gaia situation in theory, but I think not as bad, right? I think this is a little bit more fun to play against than Gaia is. This card is fantastic. This new trap's fantastic. This is fantastic. Charming Witch is really good. Alton Witch, not as good, but still really cool artwork. Can make some really big plays if you could summon her. Just a really fun deck in general. Thanks for watching. Adios.